Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Practice English Daily. I am your host, Jessica, and I am absolutely thrilled you are here with us today.
And I'm Eric, just trying to keep up with Jessica's energy today. Wow, Jessica, you seem extra pumped up this morning. Did you have 3 coffees?
Only 2, Eric. But honestly, I am excited because today's topic is a game changer. It is the secret weapon that most language learners completely ignore.
A secret weapon? Okay, I'm listening. Is it a new app, a magic pill?
Better. It's a mindset shift. Eric, let me ask you a question. When you think about being fluent in English, what do you imagine?
I imagine knowing every word in the dictionary. I imagine being able to talk about astrophysics, philosophy, and medical procedures without pausing. I imagine having a vocabulary of like 50,000 words.
Exactly. And that is exactly where most students get stuck. They think fluency equals the number of words you know. But today, I'm going to prove to you and to everyone listening that you don't need thousands of words to speak confidently. In fact, trying to learn too many words might actually be slowing you down.
Wait, hold on. You're saying learning fewer words makes me speak better? That sounds too good to be true. That sounds like a scam, Jessica.
It's not a scam, Eric. It's science. Today we are talking about deep learning versus wide learning. We are going to show you how to become a fluent English speaker using only core vocabulary.
Okay, I'm skeptical, but I'm curious. Let's dive in.
All right, let's start with the core concept, quality over quantity.
Okay.
Many students focus on wide learning. They want to learn 10 new words every day. By the end of the month, they have a list of 300 words. But let me ask you, Eric, if I give you a list of 300 words right now, can you use them in a conversation immediately?
Definitely not. I'd probably forget half of them by lunch, and the other half I wouldn't know how to pronounce correctly.
Exactly. Knowing a word exists is not the same as owning the word.
Owning the word?
Yes. Think of it this way. Here is our first analogy of the day. The toolbox.
I love a good analogy. Lay it on me.
Imagine 2 builders. Builder A has a massive truck filled with 5,000 tools. He has specialized lasers, weird screwdrivers, and machines that no one knows how to use. But he has never really practiced with them. He spends all his time buying new tools.
Okay, so he's a collector, not a builder.
Right. Now imagine Builder B. Builder B has a small belt. In that belt, she has just a hammer, a saw, a screwdriver, and a measuring tape. But, and this is key, she is a master with those 4 tools. She can build a house, a table, a chair, and a fence using just those core tools because she knows how to use them for everything.
I see where you're going. Builder B is the fluent speaker.
Bingo! In English, you don't need 5,000 tools. You need to master the hammer and the saw. You need to master the core vocabulary.
That makes sense logically, but how many words are we talking about? Surely I need more than a hammer.
Let's look at the stats. This will blow your mind. Eric, guess what percentage of daily conversation is made up of just the top 300 words in English?
Just 300 words? That's nothing. I'd guess maybe 20%?
Not even close. The top 300 words make up about 65% of all daily conversation.
No way! 65%? Just 300 words?
Yes, and if you go up to the top 1,000 words, that covers nearly 90% of everything native speakers say in a normal day.
Wow! So I've been stressing out about learning the word idiosyncrasy when I really just need to master words like go, want, and need.
Exactly. If you focus on idiosyncrasy, you might use it once a year. If you master want, you will use it 50 times a day. That is the power of deep learning.
Okay, Jessica, I understand the numbers, but what does deep learning actually look like? How do I deep learn a simple word?
Great question. Let's take a super common word, the word get.
Get. G-E-T. It's tiny. It means to receive, right? Like I get a present.
That is one meaning. That is surface learning. If you look in a dictionary, see receive, memorize it, and move on, that is wide learning. Deep learning is understanding that get is a shapeshifter. It changes based on the situation.
Give me some examples.
Okay, if I say, I need to get up, what does that mean?
That means to leave your bed, to wake up and stand up.
Correct. Now, what if I say, I need to get ready?
That means to prepare, maybe shower and dress.
Good. What about, I don't get it?
Ah, that means I don't understand.
Yes. And what about, he told me to get lost?
That means go away or leave me alone. It's rude.
Exactly. And we haven't even touched get angry, become, get home, arrive, or get a coffee.
Eric, this one tiny word, get, replaces words like arrive, buy, become, understand, receive, and prepare.
That is wild when you think about it. If I master get, I can express 6 or 7 different complex ideas without learning 6 or 7 big words.
That is wild when you think about it. If I master get, I can express 6 or 7 different complex ideas without learning 6 or 7 big words.
Precisely. That is deep learning. Instead of learning 10 new words, take one core word and learn 10 ways to use it. When you own the word get, you are never stuck. You don't need to remember the word purchase. You just say get. You don't need the word arrive. You just say get.
I feel like a weight is being lifted off my shoulders. I don't need to be a walking dictionary.
And that feeling you just described, Eric, that weight lifted, that is the psychological benefit of this method.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Because honestly, learning English usually feels scary.
It feels scary because you are looking at a mountain. Imagine you are standing at the bottom of Mount Everest. That mountain represents the 100,000 words in the English language. When you look up at the peak, how do you feel?
Overwhelmed. Tiny. Like I want to quit before I start because I'll never get to the top.
Exactly. It causes anxiety. And anxiety is the enemy of fluency. When you are anxious, your brain freezes. Now imagine I tell you, Eric, forget the mountain. Do you see that staircase over there? It has only 300 steps. If you climb those 300 steps, you can see the whole view.
That feels manageable. I can climb 300 steps. I can do that in a week.
Right. Changing your goal from know everything to master the core builds confidence, and confidence makes you speak. When you know that you can handle 90% of conversations with your toolbox of 1,000 words, you stop fearing conversation. You stop translating in your head.
I like the staircase analogy. It's not about being lazy, it's about being smart with your energy.
It's about strategy. We want to get you speaking now, not 5 years from now.
Okay, Jessica, I'm sold. I want to build my toolbox. I want to master the core. How do I do it? Do I just read a list of the top 300 words?
No, never just read a list. That is boring and ineffective. We have a 4-step action plan for you. Listeners, grab a pen and paper.
Step 1, go.
Step 1, personalize your core. There is a general list of core words like the, is, at, on, but you need nouns and verbs that fit your life.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. If you are an office worker, your core words might be meeting, deadline, email, boss, computer. But if you are a stay-at-home parent, your core words are kids, school, lunch, clean, play. If you are a student, it's exam, study, library, grades.
So don't learn stock market if you are a chef. Learn knife, heat, and flavor.
Exactly. Filter the vocabulary through your own life.
Got it. Step 2?
Step 2. Context is king.
Never, ever learn a word alone. This is the golden rule.
Why not?
Because our brains don't store lists. They store memories and stories. If you just write down arrive, you will forget it.
Instead, write a sentence. I arrive at work at 9 a.m.
Ah, so I'm creating a mini scene in my head.
Yes, and even better, record yourself saying it. Use your phone. Listen to your own voice using the word in a sentence. It makes it stick.
Okay, context. Sentences, not words. Step 3.
Step 3, connection. Think of words as building blocks. You want to connect a new word to words you already know. Let's say you want to learn the word traffic.
Okay, traffic.
Don't just learn traffic equals lots of cars. Connect it to your life. I go to work early because of traffic. You are connecting traffic to go and work.
It's like a spider web. If I pull on one part of the web, the whole thing moves.
Beautiful analogy, Eric. Yes, the more connections a word has, the harder it is to forget.
Okay, and finally, step 4.
Step 4, storytelling. Once a week, I want you to tell a story about your day. But here is the rule. You must only use simple words.
Only simple words?
Yes, describe your day like you were talking to a 5-year-old. I woke up. The sun was hot. I drank coffee. It was good. I drove my car. I saw a friend. This forces your brain to access those core words quickly. It builds speed.
That sounds fun, actually. It takes the pressure off trying to sound poetic. Jessica, I have to be honest, though. There is a fear I have, and I think a lot of listeners have it too.
What is it?
If I only use simple words, won't I sound stupid? Won't I sound like a child? I want to sound professional. I want to sound intelligent.
Oh, Eric, this is the biggest myth in language learning. Listen to me closely. Simple does not mean stupid. Simple means clear.
But native speakers use big words, don't they?
Sometimes, but think about the smartest people in the world. Steve Jobs, for example. When he presented the iPhone, did he use complex, confusing academic language?
No. He said, "This is a phone. It works like magic."
Exactly. He used core vocabulary. High-level communication is about clarity. Native speakers say, "What's up? I'm tired." That's cool. They don't say, "Salutations, what is occurring?" or "I am currently fatigued."
I am currently fatigued? Yeah, if I said that at a bar, people would look at me like I was an alien.
Right. Using overly complex words actually marks you as a beginner who is trying too hard. Using simple words naturally marks you as confident. This brings us to the 80-20 rule.
The Pareto principle.
Yes, 20% of the words give you 80% of the results. Think about cooking. Eric, do you cook?
I make a mean pasta.
Okay, think about your spice rack. You might have 100 spices: cumin, saffron, star anise, cardamom. But what do you use in almost every single meal?
Salt, pepper, oil, maybe garlic?
Exactly. Core vocabulary is your salt, pepper, oil, and garlic. You can make a Michelin star meal with just those ingredients if you know how to cook. The big words, the exquisite, philosophy, magnificent, those are the saffron. You use them once in a while, but you cannot cook a meal with only saffron.
That is a brilliant way to look at it. If I don't have salt, core words, the meal is ruined. If I don't have saffron, big words, the meal is still fine.
Exactly. Focus on your salt and pepper first.
Okay, Jessica, I want to master my salt and pepper, but I'm busy. I have a job, I have a dog, I have hobbies. I don't have 2 hours a day to study.
You don't need 2 hours. You need 15 to 20 minutes a day.
Really? That's it?
That's it, but it has to be focused. Here is a sample routine for our listeners. Morning, 5 minutes. Do this while you are making coffee or brushing your teeth. Review 5 sentences from your notebook. Say them out loud. I need to go to work. I hope it doesn't rain. Just get your mouth moving in English before you leave the house.
Okay, 5 minutes. I can do that while the kettle boils.
Afternoon, 5 minutes. This is input time. Listen to a podcast, like this one, or a song. But don't just listen lazily. Hunt for core words. It's like the red car theory.
What's the red car theory?
Eric, if you buy a new red car, suddenly what do you see everywhere on the road?
Red cars. Everywhere.
Because your brain is focused on it. So tell your brain, today I am looking for the word take. Suddenly you will hear take a break, take a look, take it easy everywhere in your audio.
I love that. Turning passive listening into active hunting.
Evening, 5 minutes. The 1-minute story. Before you go to sleep, maybe while you are washing the dishes, tell yourself the story of your day using only core words. Today was busy. I worked hard. I ate a sandwich. It was not good. I am tired now.
Simple, effective, and it closes the loop on the day.
Now, let's get a little bit nerdy for a second. I want to explain why this works in the brain.
Put on your lab coat, Jessica. Let's do science.
Fluency is about pathways. Imagine a dense forest. If you walk through the tall grass once, you leave a tiny trail. But if the wind blows, the grass stands back up and the trail disappears. That is learning a word once.
Okay.
But if you walk that same path every single day, back and forth, what happens?
The grass dies, the dirt packs down, and you get a clear, wide path. You can run on it without looking at your feet.
Exactly. That is fluency. It is physical. It is neurons in your brain connecting. When you use core vocabulary over and over, you are stomping down that grass. You are building a highway.
If you learn 5,000 words once, you have 5,000 tiny trails that disappear. If you learn 300 words deeply, you have a superhighway.
And on a highway, you can drive fast.
Yes, speed comes from repetition, not from variety.
This brings us to mistakes. Eric, how do you feel when you make a mistake in English?
Terrible. I feel embarrassed. I feel like I failed.
We need to reframe that. In this method, mistakes are teachers. When you drive a car, do you look at the steering wheel?
No, I look at the road. Muscle memory does the rest.
You only built that muscle memory by doing it wrong a few times and correcting. Native speakers make mistakes too. We stutter, we use the wrong word, we say who instead of whom. Fluency isn't perfection. Fluency is flow. All right, enough talking about it. Let's do it. Eric, are you ready for a pop quiz?
Oh boy, my palms are sweating. I'm ready.
We are going to practice collocations, word combinations, using 3 powerhouse verbs, make, take, and have. I will give you a noun, and you tell me which verb goes with it.
Okay, make, take, or have. Got it.
First one, dash, breakfast.
Make breakfast.
Correct, you created. Next, dash, a shower.
Take a shower.
Excellent. Next, dash, a party.
Make a party? No. Wait, have a party.
Yes, you have an event. How about dash, a mistake?
Make a mistake.
Perfect. Dash, a break, like stopping work.
Take a break.
Yes. Last one, this is tricky. Dash, fun.
Make fun? No, that means to tease someone. Have fun.
Bingo! Listeners, did you get those right? Notice how these 3 words, make, take, have, control so much of our lives? Breakfast, showers, parties, mistakes, breaks, fun. If you master these 3 verbs, you can describe your whole morning.
It's crazy how versatile they are. I feel like I just unlocked a cheat code.
I want to touch on something important, anxiety. When you try to memorize huge lists of words, you are setting yourself up for failure. When you fail, your brain releases stress hormones. You feel bad, you stop studying.
Yeah, the cycle of doom.
Exactly. But with core vocabulary, you get small wins. When you successfully order a coffee using I would like to get a coffee, your brain releases dopamine.
The happy chemical.
Yes, dopamine is addictive in a good way. It makes you want to do it again. By focusing on simple goals, you create a positive cycle. You speak, you succeed, you feel good, you speak more. It is better for your mental health.
That's so important. Language learning should be joy, not torture.
Let's put this into the real world. Let's say you are traveling. You are at an airport. You don't need to say, "Excuse me, could you kindly indicate the location of the departure gate?"
That sounds like a 19th century novel.
Right, just use core words. "Excuse me, where is the gate? I need to go to New York. Is this the right way?" Simple, effective.
What about a social situation, like a party?
Keep it simple. "Hi, I'm Jessica. Where are you from? Do you like the food? I work at a bank. What do you do?"
It's so much less pressure. What about expressing how good something is? I always try to find fancy words like exquisite.
Don't. If you say, the cheese is exquisite, you sound a bit snobby. Just say, this is delicious, or this is really good, or I love this.
I love this with a smile is way more powerful than this is exquisite with a robot face.
Before we wrap up, Eric, watch out for these traps. Trap number 1, the silent learner. This is the person who studies flashcards for 2 hours but never opens their mouth.
Guilty.
You must speak, even if you are alone in your room. Your mouth muscles need to move. Trap number 2, learning without context. We mentioned this. Never learn a word alone, always in a sentence. Trap number 3, trying to go too fast. Don't try to learn 50 words a day. Learn 5 sentences deeply.
Jessica, show us the final product. Give us a full daily routine monologue using only the top 300 words. Prove to us that it sounds natural.
Challenge accepted. Listen closely. Everything I am about to say is simple, core English. I wake up at 7 a.m. I am tired, but I need to get up. I go to the kitchen and make coffee. I like my coffee black. I take a shower and get dressed. Then I take the bus to work. On the bus, I listen to music. At work, I have a meeting with my boss. We talk about a new project. It is hard work, but I like it. At 1 p.m., I have lunch with a friend. We eat sandwiches and talk about our families. I finish work at 5 p.m. I go to the store to get food for dinner. I cook chicken and rice. It is good. I watch TV for 1 hour, then I go to bed. I am happy.
Wow, that was a complete story. It had details, feelings, action, and I understood 100% of it perfectly.
And I didn't use a single fancy word. That is the power of core vocabulary.
So, if I start this today, when will I be fluent?
Everyone is different, but here is a realistic timeline. Month 1 through 3, you are building the foundation. You are learning to get, make, take, and have. You are speaking simple sentences. Your listening improves because you are picking out those core words. Month 6, this is the fluency breakthrough. Because you aren't translating anymore, you are using the simple pathways, you start thinking in English. You might even start dreaming in English.
Dreaming in English, that's the dream.
It happens. Think of the snowball effect. You start with a small snowball at the top of a hill. You have to push it. It's hard. But as it rolls down, it picks up more snow, more words automatically. It gets bigger and faster. Eventually, you don't have to push it. It rolls by itself. Core vocabulary is pushing that first snowball. Once it's rolling, the fancy words will stick to it naturally later.
That is a great image. I just need to get the ball rolling.
Exactly. You are looking for comprehensible input, the Goldilocks zone. Not too hard, not too easy, just right. All right, practice English daily, family. We are not just here to listen, we are here to work. Here is your challenge for this week.
Let's hear it.
1. Write down 10 core words that are important to your life. Work, family, hobbies. 2. Write 5 sentences connecting those words. 3. Say those sentences out loud 3 times every morning while you make coffee.
That's it?
That's it. Do it for 7 days. You will feel the difference.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to write my sentences about podcasts and coffee.
Perfect.
Jessica, this has been eye-opening. I feel like I can actually do this.
You can do this, Eric, and so can everyone listening. Fluency is not a magical talent. It is a set of simple habits repeated daily. Don't look at the mountain. Just take the first step on the staircase.
I'm taking that step today.
Awesome. Thank you all for listening to Practice English Daily. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be clear. Until next time,
Keep practicing.
stay curious, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.